Hey everyone, welcome back to WorldWire TV News, where we break down the big stories shaping our world today. I'm Awesome Goodman, and if you're into global politics, corruption busts, or want to know what's happening in South Africa right now, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into a hot topic: sanctions on South Africa, an in-depth look at the ANC and corruption issues. This isn't just about policy talk. It's about power, accountability, and how international relations could shake up an entire nation. If you're South African, this hits home. If not, it's a fascinating case of how global superpowers flex their muscles. Stick around, because by the end, you'll have the full picture. And if you enjoy this, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out. Let's get into it. Transition, the bill that's making waves. First off, let's set the stage. In April 2025, U.S. Congressman Ronnie Jackson introduced H.R. 2633, the U.S.-South Africa Bilateral Relations Review Act. This bill isn't messing around. It's a comprehensive review of the U.S.-South Africa relationship, covering everything from trade to military ties. But the real kicker? It requires the president to identify senior South African officials and ANC leaders who could face sanctions under the Global Magnitsky Act, aiming to target corruption with measures like asset freezes and travel bans. In July 2025, the bill passed the House Foreign Affairs Committee with a 34-16 vote, mostly along party lines, but with some bipartisan support. Then, in September, Senator John Kennedy from Louisiana dropped a companion bill in the Senate, ramping things up by proposing to end South Africa's benefits under the African Growth and Opportunity Act, AGOA, if the review finds SA undermining U.S. interests. As of October 2025, it's still moving through Congress, but the momentum is real. Transition. Why is this happening? So why is this bill even on the table? It starts with corruption in the ANC, South Africa's ruling party since the end of apartheid. The bill points to massive scandals like the mismanagement of state-owned enterprises. Take Eskom. Years of corruption have led to power blackouts that cripple the economy. Or Transnet, the state-run rail company where corruption has stalled key exports. Remember the Zondo Commission? It uncovered billions in state capture under former President Jacob Zuma, where ANC officials allegedly pocketed public funds. Critics say the ANC hasn't done enough to clean house, and this bill could force accountability. But the controversy doesn't end there. This isn't just about domestic corruption. It's also about foreign policy. Transition, foreign policy gripes. U.S. lawmakers accuse South Africa of cozying up to America's adversaries. Think joint naval exercises with Russia and China, hosting sanctioned Russian ships, and deep ties with Beijing through the Belt and Road Initiative. There's also South Africa's vocal support for Palestine, including filing a genocide case against Israel at the International Court of Justice. South Africa is a key player in BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, pushing for a multipolar world where the U.S. isn't the sole superpower. To some in Washington, that's a threat. Representative Jackson says South Africa has abandoned the U.S. for these alliances. Transition, the corruption deep dive. Let's zoom in on the ANC's corruption issues, because it's a mess. Since taking power, the ANC has been plagued by scandals. Take the VBS Mutual Bank looting, where millions were siphoned off, allegedly involving ANC figures. Or the Esselwaney Investments debt crisis, which froze ANC bank accounts over R85 million in unpaid bills. More recently, there's been the Fala scandal, where President Cyril Ramaphosa faced probes over undeclared cash found on his farm, though he was cleared. Youth unemployment is skyrocketing, and many blame ANC policies like broad-based black economic empowerment for breeding cronyism instead of real empowerment. Transition, the global debate. Now, let's talk about the impact of the U.S. sanctions. On one hand, they could pressure the ANC to clean up corruption, especially with elections coming up in 2029. Groups like AfriForum support the bill, saying it targets extremists without hurting civilians. But ANC leaders like Fikile Mbalula call it an attack on sovereignty. If AGOA benefits get yanked, that could mean billions in lost trade, affecting jobs in sectors like autos and citrus. Plus, it could strain South Africa's alliances within the global South. Transition. What's next? As of now, the bill is still in limbo, but it has bipartisan support and could become law soon. So what do you think? Will sanctions help or hurt South Africa? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's discuss. Closing, thanks for watching, folks. If this video helped you understand the drama, smash that like, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more deep dives. Until next time, stay informed and question everything. Peace out!